Ever wondered why paying for college seems like a nightmare you can't wake up from? Let's unravel this together. College, an institution designed to mold minds and shape futures, often comes with a hefty price tag. Each year, the cost of tuition seems to climb a little bit higher, like a mountain that keeps growing. This rising tide of expenses has led to an ocean of student loans, drowning many in debt before they've even had a chance to start their careers. And it's not just the individual student who feels the pressure. Families too find themselves shouldering the burden, their finances strained and their stress levels skyrocketing. It's like being lost in a financial maze with no clear way out. But what if we told you there are ways to navigate this financial maze with less debt? Stick around and we'll explore how to tackle these challenges head-on, turning the nightmare of paying for college into a manageable reality. First, understanding the costs is the key to unlocking the puzzle. So, let's take a moment to break down the different expenses associated with going to college. The first and often the most significant cost is tuition. This is the price you pay for your education, your classes, your professors, labs, and all the academic resources you will need. It's important to remember that tuition costs can vary greatly. Public colleges, which are partially funded by state governments, generally have lower tuition fees compared to private colleges. Furthermore, if you're an in-state student attending a public college, your tuition fees will be significantly lower than those of out-of-state students. Next, we have accommodation. Are you planning to live on campus, off campus, or commute from home? On-campus accommodation often includes a meal plan, which can be convenient, but might be pricier. Off-campus housing might be cheaper, but you'll have to factor in commuting costs and potentially cooking for yourself. Then, there are the costs of books and other academic materials. Some courses require expensive textbooks, while others might require software or equipment. These costs can add up, so it's crucial to factor them into your budget. Finally, we can't forget about living expenses. These are the day-to-day costs that you'll incur while attending college. They include everything from food, if it's not included in your accommodation, to laundry, transportation, and personal items. Remember, these costs can fluctuate greatly depending on the location of the college and your personal lifestyle. For instance, living in a big city might mean higher living costs, but it might also mean more opportunities for part-time work. In conclusion, paying for college isn't just about covering tuition. It's about managing all these costs. It's like piecing together a puzzle, where each cost is a different piece. But don't fret. Once you understand these costs, you can start planning on how to cover them. And remember, every puzzle has a solution, and we're here to help you find it. Now let's dive into the world of financial aid. This realm is teeming with opportunities to lighten your financial load, and it's crucial to understand the different types of aid available. Let's break them down. First up, we have scholarships. These are merit-based financial awards, meaning they're given based on your achievements, be it academic, athletic, or artistic. Scholarships don't need to be paid back, making them a fantastic way to fund your education. To apply, you'll often need to complete an application form and provide some evidence of your accomplishments. Next, we have grants. Like scholarships, grants are a type of financial aid that doesn't need to be repaid. However, grants are typically need-based, meaning they are awarded based on your financial situation. To apply for grants, you'll generally need to fill out a form detailing your financial circumstances. Now, let's talk about work-study programs. These are unique opportunities that allow you to work part-time while studying and earn money that you can use to pay for school. The jobs are often on campus and are designed to fit around your class schedule. To apply, check with your school's financial aid office or career services center. Lastly, we have loans. These are sums of money borrowed for school that must be paid back, typically with interest. While they can be helpful in covering the cost of your education, it's important to remember that loans should be your last resort after exhausting all other forms of financial aid. Applying for financial aid may seem like a daunting task, but the potential benefits make it worth the effort. And remember, the early bird catches the worm. Start your applications as soon as possible to maximize your chances of receiving aid. So there you have it. Scholarships, grants, work-study programs and loans, all potential ways to finance your education and minimize your debt. Remember, every penny of aid you receive is a penny less you'll have to borrow. If borrowing is unavoidable, doing it smartly can save you a fortune. Now let's dive into the world of smart borrowing. First off, it's important to understand the difference between federal and private loans. Federal loans are government-funded, often come with lower interest rates, and offer flexible repayment plans. On the other hand, private loans are provided by banks or other financial institutions and usually come with higher interest rates and rigid repayment plans. So when you're considering loans, it's generally a good idea to exhaust your federal loan options before turning to private ones. Now, let's talk about interest rates. These pesky little percentages can make a big difference in how much you end up paying back. Lower interest rates mean less money out of your pocket in the long run. Federal loans often have fixed interest rates, which means the rate won't change over the life of the loan. Private loans, however, can have variable rates, which can go up or down over time. Then comes the concept of repayment plans. Federal loans offer several repayment options, including plans that base your monthly payment on your income. This can be a lifesaver if you're just starting out in your career and not making a lot of money yet. Private loans, again, are typically less flexible, with set monthly payments over a specific period. One of the most important things to remember is to only borrow what you need. It might be tempting to take out a little extra for that spring break trip or new laptop, but remember, you'll have to pay it back with interest. Consider part-time work to reduce the amount you need to borrow. Not only will this help lessen your future debt, but it also gives you a chance to gain some work experience. Borrowing wisely can help you graduate with less debt and more peace of mind. So, be smart about your borrowing, make informed decisions, and remember, every dollar borrowed is a dollar plus interest that needs to be repaid. Managing your money well during college can also help keep debt at bay. Indeed, a crucial part of your financial journey during these formative years is learning how to handle your money wisely. So let's delve into some tips that can steer you in the right direction. Firstly, creating a budget is a fundamental step. It's like a financial roadmap guiding you on where your money should go. Start by jotting down your income and expenses. Be honest with yourself about what you spend and seek areas where you can cut back. Remember, every penny saved is a penny earned. Moving on, let's talk about reducing unnecessary expenses. You might be surprised how much you can save by simply cutting back on non-essential items. That daily cup of fancy coffee or those online shopping sprees can quickly add up. So, before you swipe your card or click buy, ask yourself, do I really need this? Next, make the most of your student status by using student discounts. Many businesses, both local and online, offer considerable discounts for students. From eateries to bookstores, from clothing stores to streaming services, these discounts are there for you to utilize. So, don't shy away from flashing your student ID card. Lastly, let's not forget the importance of saving for emergencies. Life is unpredictable, and having an emergency fund can be a lifesaver when unexpected expenses crop up. Start by setting aside a small portion of your income each month. It might seem tough initially, but trust me, your future self will thank you. In essence, managing your money while in college is about making informed decisions and being mindful of where your money goes. It's about understanding the difference between wants and needs and learning to prioritize. It's about preparing for the unexpected and making smart choices that benefit you in the long run. Good money management habits will not only help you pay for college, but will also serve you well in the future. So let's start this journey together, and remember, every step you take towards better money management is a step towards a more secure and stable financial future. So is paying for college still a nightmare? Well, let's quickly recap what we've covered. We started by understanding the costs, a crucial first step. It's not just about tuition, it's about books, housing, food, and personal expenses too. Next, we dove into the world of financial aid. Scholarships, grants, and work-study programs can significantly reduce your out-of-pocket expenses. Remember, every penny counts. We then shifted our focus to smart borrowing. Loans are not inherently evil, but they must be approached with caution. Always opt for federal loans first, They offer lower interest rates and more flexible repayment terms. Finally, we discussed money management. Budgeting, saving, and investing are integral to minimizing debt. By keeping a close eye on your spending and making informed financial decisions, you can stretch your dollars further. With careful planning and smart choices, paying for college can be less of a burden and more of a stepping stone to your bright future.